My name is crosmaz-brown, and I'm a shamaness. My DNA ranges from ancient Scythians, Amazons, Ukrainians, Mongolians, Tibetans, Africans, Celtic, and First Nations. And I'm able to tap into all the DNA knowledge that all of my ancestors have carried over thousands of years. And drumming helped that. I started my journey the day I was born. I died at birth, and for the first 7 days it was touch and go whether or not I was going to live. And at the point, I can remember that point, standing outside of my own body, not wanting to come into this earth, because I had planned such a hard life for myself. But after 7 days, I finally decided to do it, come into this world, and then life went downhill from there. So the abuses started at a very early age, toddler, and the challenges continued throughout my life. And even though there was such dramatic and traumatic abuses, from sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, psychological abuse, I never felt like a victim. I tried for a while. My mind would say, oh, you poor thing, you're a victim. And my heart would say, no, you're not a victim. You're privileged. You're privileged to understand other people's pain and what they're going through. You're privileged to know how to come over that pain out the other side. And you're privileged to reach back through that pain to help others come out the other side with you. And so that's been my destiny all of my life, and I've always known that. And so I've approached it from many different angles. When I was in my 20s, I decided to write a book about my experiences and how I overcame the first section of pain in my life. I took it to a friend of mine who is also a novelist and wrote movies for CBC, and it got made into a movie. The movie is called Anne's Story, and it was about incest, and how I overcame that incest, and how I overcame the pain and trauma of that incest. And the movie reached over 2 million people across Canada, and it was used in rape crisis centers across Canada and the US. It was released in 1983 by CBC, and then re-released in 1984 in the US for Canada Week. And then 1985 it was released in South Africa. And it reached millions of people and helped millions of people. And I'm continuing that journey now, not just by telling my story, but to helping people to understand how they can overcome the challenges of their pain, come out the other side emotionally healed. I conduct workshops, one-on-one sessions, group sessions, to help people understand the other side of fear is wisdom. And with wisdom, there's no pain. The other side of fear is faith. When you have faith, you have no fear. If you have fear, you have no faith. And that's faith in the universe, faith that it will provide for you, faith that you can manifest your desires, whatever they may be, faith that you come back to the original source of your being, where you were created, inside. You carry all of that healing within you. You carry that capabilities of healing within you. People often ask, can you teach me how to be a healer? I can't teach you how to do anything, but I can help you remember that you already know how. I can help you remember to awaken that DNA knowledge, that cellular memory in your body, that all of your ancestors throughout time have accessed. You can open all of those windows yourself and access all of that information and heal yourself as well as others. So all I can do is help you remember what you already know. You feel it inside, you know it inside, you feel this deep sense of knowing. And I've gone through my entire life saying, I know something, I just don't know what it is. I know a lot of stuff, but I just don't know what it is. So it's taken me a few years to open up and to realize and understand what it is that I know. And what I know is how to access the knowledge from the universe and how to channel that energy and how to help people. I don't do the healing. The universal energies do the healing. I'm the conduit to which it flows through. And I teach you how to remember how to do that, because you know how to do it yourself. You do it all the time. You just don't realize you're doing it. Whenever you say, I have inherited this talent or skill from my father, mother, grandmother, grandfather, and you always assume and know that you have, but you also inherit the skills and knowledges of all your ancient ancestors. They're all carried within your DNA and cellular memory. And all you have to do is remember. Remember what you know. Through workshops and one-on-one, we can discover what it is you know. Now the drum, I've been drumming only for a few months now. And I didn't learn how to play the drum. I remembered. When I first purchased the drum, I said, I don't know how to play. I'm not musical. But as soon as I started to stroke the drum, one of my guides showed up and introduced himself as my father from an ancient time. And he said, daughter, I'm here to help you remember. I'm here to help you remember how to play the drum. And within 10 minutes, I was playing it and have been ever since. Now, the importance of the drum isn't to just make a lot of noise. It's the sound. It's sound healing. And each sound or number of beats per second is hertz. And each hertz level will open up a different chakra, body consciousness. Different hertz levels, for instance, 1.45, which is the hertz level of your heartbeat, the heartbeat of the earth, also activates the minds and brain waves of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's patients. And that's a very interesting concept that I'm starting to work with right now and finding very positive results with it. So I have no expectations of what I'm supposed to accomplish. I'm just supposed to show up with my drum and play. And whatever else will take place, whatever's supposed to take place. So I have no expectations, I made no promises, I'm just here to drum. And so I use the drum as a way of reaching the brain waves, because that's what it does. The beats per second, the sound of the drum activates the different brain waves within your body so that you can remember and access that cellular memory that's within your body. All that knowledge that's streaming through you, screaming to come to forth. Say, I want you to remember. Please remember. And that's what the drumming does. So each time I do a treatment, after we do a little introduction and talk, we do the drumming so that we can raise the body consciousness, raise the energy level, so that we can access past lives. And past lives are very important to access. And it's not just what I did in a past life. Whatever comes to the surface is totally relevant to what's going on in your present day circumstances. And that's why it's coming forth. So then, once we bring the past life to the surface and find out what emotions are attached to that past life, we see what emotions in this present life are attached to that same past life emotion. And what challenge did you not face? And now, what challenge are you facing now? So I'm going to finish with a little bit of drumming. I want you to close your eyes, relax, and just allow the beat to carry you away.